This film is an evolution. Ecology is a topic. What am I doing? A singular idea. A landscape. The interaction between the laws of the land and the laws imposed by humankind. The misunderstood and the understood. What could this film be? As I sat there, I quickly found out the artistic mind and the science mind run on very different systems. What am I doing? She took out a picture book from below her desk and opened to a random page. "Is this what you mean?" she questioned, guiding me to scan a page containing many different photos of shrubs. Only photos of shrubs. "Well, not quite," I responded. She flipped the page. More shrubs. I knew this was a story I needed to follow.
This is an interesting one. You can see this is a native species, and you can see that the leaves are just starting to come out on this species.
This here is Professor Donnelly. At the time we spoke, she told me about the research she was doing in Downer Woods, a commonly overlooked landscape.
See, I don't know how much you know about science or not.
I read, and I'm in a conservation class right now.
Okay, so the reason that I became interested in shrubs is because when people talk about carbon sequestration,
the amount of carbon a plant takes out of the atmosphere.
they look at the trees and how important trees are. But in very, very early spring, like where we are now, their leaves are not ready to come out yet, whereas the shrubs are going to start before the trees come out and even before the ground vegetation really gets going. You look at this woodland and you try and determine how much carbon can this woodland take up. And people only look at the trees. And yes, the trees are huge, but the shrubs have a small but significant influence on the carbon budget very early in spring.
As we walked the half-mile trail, we talked about her research and what this film could be and the ecology of this small section of woods. I learned about the importance of shrubs to this woods and to our planet. However, I was left with more questions than answers, and many of my existential questions were left in the woods, unanswered. At night, the woods sit still, beckoning. Perhaps there is something to find in the shadows, for when one looks into the darkness, they see the reflection of their own imagination. At this time, I was no more than 20 meters away from the nearest road. I heard a footstep, 1, 2. I dismissed it as a squirrel or another rodent. Another footstep. I pointed my camera into the distance. I saw nothing. Fumbling with my phone, I turned on the light and pointed it back. A single orb reflected my light. It moved carefree, as if attached to nothing but the air around it. It moved to the left, and met up with another orb, and sat there, still. So there I stood, staring at these orbs. They were completely still, as was I. I convinced myself that what I saw before me was simply a strange occurrence. As I was about to turn back, I saw both of them move in tandem closer to me. They were eyes. No body could be seen, and it moved closer. I walked back, yelled softly at first, and louder and louder and louder. The eyes were now only a few feet away from me, the body still hidden in the shadows.
I think I just don't have a choice to not, I don't have a choice in the matter. I have to believe in the paranormal because the idea of death is not that simple. Hello, my name is Graham Hartlob. I am a film major at UWM Milwaukee, and right now we are in my dorm room. I am here with my friend Jayce, and we are going to explore the Downer Woods. So to be perfectly honest, I have not explored the Downer Woods area because, frankly, I don't know where the entrance is. Every time I looked, it's all just kind of surrounded by fence. But I think if the entrance was made more public, people would definitely go over there because. So this is the Downer Woods.
You have a mic on. You can just stand naturally.
Okay.
And you guys can pass. Don't
Yeah.
worry about me.
Right.
I got scared for a second. I was like, what is that?
Yeah. All right. Oh, it's really soggy out here. This is bringing back some really bad memories. Oh man. Oh, what the okay, we're good. Jesus Christ, Jayce, it's cold. It's late. Oh my gosh. Shit. It's just standing there looking at me. These eyes are like jade green. Jade green? Yeah. It's like, and it's the.
Did you hear that? Wait, hold up. Just be quiet for a sec.
Yeah, get
Where?
Let's not get there. Jesus. Jayce, that's too close. Too close.
What?
That's too close.
I don't see it yet. Turn it on. I see it.
It was right
Looks
there.
Oh god. No, it's a raccoon.
The
Certainly a
raccoon.
raccoon.
Its eyes are beautiful. Rocket, come down.
So cute. Can you talk about how cute he is?
He's so little.
He looks like no older than 4. Yeah, its eyes are radiant. Its face is very shapely, and man, it can climb high. Well, we didn't find any paranormal objects or any sort of forms at all. But I still think, you know, despite all this, I mean, if anyone's going to get anything out of this film, at least they now know where the Downer Woods entrance is. You know, Downer Woods, they say, like, you know, UWM is proud of their Downer Woods, but like, I mean,
Do you think people care about? Do they actually care?
probably not.
So what sense shall I make out of these seemingly unrelated occurrences? The shrubs that live on, the ephemeral orbs that floated through the air, and the local raccoon, which calls this forest home. All these and more live in a single place. They share the soil and the trees and the air that flows between them. It is a place where the interaction between the laws of humankind and the ecological laws of nature overlap, creating a space with a multitude of meanings and rules. A landscape called Downer Woods.